Antoinette, hello. Rashida, good evening to you. Alicia, good to see you. The Honorable Tammy Stokes, always good to see you. Angela, good to see you. Melody, it is good to see my dear friend Melody. Good to see you on as well. Elder Flossie, good to see you. You and your family are still in our prayers and the passing of your husband, but we're glad to see you back. Uh, Good to see you, Tim, and hopefully on November 5th. Let me know, we'll make it happen. Deanna, good evening to you. Maria, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Lydia, good evening to you. E. Joyce Paris is on with us this evening. Hey, Kasha, I'm waving at you too. And good to see Laura all the way from Pennsylvania joining us. We've missed you over the last couple of weeks. Where have you been? But thank you for joining us. Andrea, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Tequila, good evening to you. Trey, good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Uh, Tisha, good evening to you. Sharon, hello, good to see you. Joanne, happy Friday to you, Joanne. Good afternoon, Lorraine. Thank you for joining us, Lorraine. Cynthia, hello. Gloria, good evening to you. And of course, Terry Mobley is on. So good to see Terry Mobley on joining us as usual. Iron Bull Taurus, good to see you, sir. Uh, Yolanda is on with us. Hello, Yolanda. Cheryl is on. Good to see you. Jackie, hello. Alan, thank you for joining us. Judy Wilhite, thank you. Happy Friday to you. Carolyn, good evening to you. Barbara Dolores, good evening and happy Friday night to you. Suave, Angie from the DMV. Thank you, Angie, for joining us. Patricia, glad to have you on with us as well. Let's see. Pat is on. Hey, Pat. Deborah, good. Thank you for joining us. Waving at Stacy. Hello to Kim King. Glad to have you. Janet, sending a big heart back to you. Patricia, God bless you. Thank you so much. Sandra, hello. Hey, Molly Lieberman. We are happy to see Molly Lieberman on, and we're still sending out prayers for the uh, to the memory and legacy of our friend Bruce Lieberman. So we're glad to have Molly on with us. Keith Kimball, thank you for joining us as well. Matthew Gunn, hello, thank you for joining us. Tanya, good evening to you. Joan, good evening. Happy Friday to you, Joan, and to our date night family. Uh, and so Laura says it was only last Friday. Well, it felt like it was more than one Friday. Andrew Hall Houston, good evening to you. Snowy is on with us. Tequila, waving at you. Terry, good evening to you. Kat is back at date night. We've missed you too. Okay. Oh, Tim. Okay, I see. All right. Well, I think it's on my schedule, November the 5th, I think. So I'm looking forward to it. Good to see you, JB. Glad you're on with us. And all right, Iron Bull finally got his LLC today at 4:45. So congratulations to you, Iron Bull. Tisha, good to see you. Good evening. Latasha, good evening to you. And Andre Gatson Jr. is a member of the SYC. So I'm glad to see you, sir, and thank you for joining us, and thank you for your service on the Savannah Youth Council. Hey, good to see my brother Lorenzo McDonald in between making money and helping people achieve the American dream. Good to see you. And of course, her honor herself, Laurie Jones Lewis. Laurie, we are happy to see you. And we're glad our girl is like so much better. So we're grateful for that. Mary Cherry, good to see you and communicate with you this week. Mary Ann is on with us. And good to see Brittany. To my girl Brittany, thank you for joining us. Carolyn is on with us. Patricia is on with us. Hey, got to see Aunt Ollie on with us. Hey, good evening to you. Condoleezza Coleman is on today. I saw you today in the distance. Didn't get a chance to talk to you. Gloria is on with us. Linda King is here with us as well. And Mr. Gunn, your vaccination nurse says hello. Carolyn Jeffrey. Um, and no, Sharon, I'm gonna talk about Sploss on the ballot. I know Keith. I know the Braves are on. I'll talk about that in a minute. Miss Angie, good to see you. I am doing well, Brittany. I hope you are doing better. I hope you and the family are doing better. Mary, good to see you as well. Uh, and Annette Tucker is on. Good evening to you, and to Marsha Lieberman. Everybody, we are glad to have Marsha back with us on Friday night, and so we are giving hugs, and it will still always be three Liebermans on tonight. We have Marsha, of course, we have Molly, and we know where Bruce is. So we are sending love to you. Isabel is on from Pembroke. Carolyn, good to see you. Carolyn Francis is on with us. Thank you so much for joining us. Chanel, hello, good to see you. Maisha, hello, good to see you as well. Arlene is on with us. And Monica, whoa. Monica is on with us. The Monica, we're not worthy. We're not worthy. Uh, Robert Dixon, thank you so much for joining us. Harry, good to see you again. Jackie, hello, good to see you. And Wade is all the way in Missouri tonight, so it's good to see you as well. And of course, good to see my favorite cousin's wife, Pam. So Perry's Perry is my cousin's um, husband, but you know when you like the in-law more than you like the cousin, so we've had a meeting and we took Perry into the family, and so Pam is our cousin Perry's wife. Karen, good to see you as well. Uh, Elise, good to see you. Carolyn, who has broken our hearts, but we'll talk about that later as well. Uh, Debbie Williams Walker, Debbie Williams Walker, Debbie Williams Walker. Thank you. We'll talk a little bit about the state of the city. Julia Carter is on with us. Shauna, yes, um, we're sending out our condolences. Thank you. Comments. This is a no hate zone. Take your hate somewhere else. Let me see what else we got. Um, That's right. So Karina says she's an anniversary follower. So we're good to see you. You've been in since day one. Well, we're excited about that. Me too. Um, and Patty, although she is on the Florida Space Coast, she says she cannot miss. So yes, we're happy about that. And of course, our newlywed is on, Miss Renee, formerly Garland. So good to see you. Glad you're joining us. She'll be moving to Savannah soon, y'all. We've already claimed that. Linda, good evening to you. Hello. Good to see Will on with us. Patricia, good to see you. And yeah, Sharon, we will get to that. Um, and my blue-eyed soul sister is in the house. Okay. Well, I'm glad that she's there. And Terry says that she can do both, watch the Braves and this. Um, Director Eric Mason, I know your church is in Garden City, but you're always a part of Savannah. So, hey, uh, you part of us. Um, yeah, I was frozen a little bit, but I'm back. Irma, good to see you. Um, Linda, let me see. Good to see Coach Cassell Bell. I mean, do you have a game going on today? Uh, Karen is on with us. Good to see you. Lorena, hello as well. To all of you, we're so happy to have you. And we'll go ahead and we will get started. Of course, if it's Friday in Savannah, as it's been for quite some time. Good to see you, Sarah Stevens. Not only Liberty City, but Liberty County's best. But if it's Friday in Savannah, if it's Friday in Savannah during the pandemic, If it's Friday in Savannah during a pandemic and you're keeping the faith and you're following the science, then you are with me. It is Friday Night Live. We have done it again, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it 7 more days. That's right. Good to see you, Edna. Good to see you, Felina, as well. And here it is again. We have been here 84 weeks today. What is our problem? We can't stop. We can't. Good to see the legend Tyrone Brown of the Hollywood Globetrotter fame here with us, and one of Savannah's best. So good to see you, Tyrone. But 84 weeks, man, we're here. 84 weeks. Joy, good to see you. 84 weeks. We have been getting together every single Friday. No matter what, we've been getting together. It's been holidays. We've been getting together. I mean, it's been storms. We've been getting together. I was in the dark. I was in airports sometimes. 84 weeks, and we are still together. Our relationship, our situationship, our entanglement, whatever you want to call it, we are still here. We have helped each other make it through some of the most difficult times in our lives, and we did it together. And so I am so grateful. I will forever be grateful for you tuning in, not only from Savannah but from all over the world now. We've had other elected officials in. We've had people from all over the country. And the thing is, we're not selfish about what we do. We're not selfish about it. So this is the biggest biggest party we got happening on Friday nights from people who are in their own spaces. And so we encourage you to do me two quick favors. We're at 35,000. We're trying to get to 40,000. So please, first of all, go ahead and like the page. Like the page. If you would, go ahead and like the page. The second thing we want you to do is, after you like the page, we want you to share the page. We want you to share the page with somebody. Like the page, and then go ahead and share the page. Let's go ahead and get the word out about what we do here on Friday nights. It's just always, again, just such an awesome pleasure to be with you. And we got a lot to talk about. I promise I won't talk for too long, because I do know that the World Series is going on. I thought about, well, maybe I shouldn't do it, but then it was like, well, first of all, everybody don't watch the World Series, and then like Terry Mobley, some people, you can multitask. Should we just give this relationship up because of the Atlanta Braves? And the overwhelming answer in my mind was no. We can root for the Braves, and then for my friends, I have friends on here that's in Houston, or a Houston fan, so we can have that type of discourse here and still be able to move on in the best interest of our community, in the best interest of our city. So I just went ahead and said we can't give up now. We've come too far from where we started from. So as long as you showed up, I will show up. And so here we are together. So fortunately, I don't have a whole lot to talk about, but I have enough to talk about. And then we'll go about our ways. And those of you who are ready to continue to watch the Braves, then please go ahead and do that. So again, share the page. Then of course we want you to like the page, and then of course to share this video. I only see 14 shares, so I need some more shares, y'all. Share, please. Good to see the Honorable Cynthia Jenkins, the Mayor Pro Tem of Newnan, Georgia. So we're glad to see you. And for those of you who don't know, obviously you can tell I'm in a little bit different atmosphere, so my feed might be a little slow. You know how that is. Good to see you, Ethel. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you, Reverend Thurman Tillman. I saw you today. I looked right at you and didn't get a chance to speak to you. And Lydia, I agree with you. And let's get into what we're going to talk about. Chastity, good to see you. Camila, thank you for joining us. And of course, Joycette, good to see you. Uh, the awesome author herself, Zane, Beyond Words, good to see you. Um, and Isaac Lakeisha is on as well. Hey, good to see you, Pinky. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, well, yeah, Sharon, my Wi-Fi is not working like I want to, but we'll see how it's going. Good to see Sharon Renee Smith as well. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And Janita. So, as we have done every Friday, we believe in uh, prayer, and we believe in good feelings, and we believe in happy feelings and well thoughts and wishes. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it off today for our girl Tara. We are still Tara Strong every Friday. Good to see Barbara Pinckney. So I'm sending some love out to um, to our girl Tara. And please, if you're gonna do it for us, do it the same way that we do it. Tara Strong, and then we have the three green stars, and then the fourth is a red star. And Janet, thank you. That's how Tara knows that we are thinking about her. Good to see Pete on as well. Thank you all so much. We want Tara to know we are thinking with her, and we are still with our girl Tara. We want Tara to be and remain Tara Strong. So thank you so much. So a couple of quick things I wanted to be able to talk about, and then I'm going to get out of the way. Um, we'll see how it goes today. I This was a very interesting week because I was able to deliver the State of the City address, and I wanted to talk a little bit about what the State of the City address is and what it was about, um, particularly here in our community. Then the other thing we did, which to me was extremely noteworthy, was we had our um, racial equity report that was released this week, and I wanted to talk a little bit about that. The state of our city is resilient. Um, we have made great success, particularly in spite of all the things that we faced this year. I think that you have a council that is committed to working hard, and I think that we have put in the work. Um, in the last 20 months. The thing that's really hard to compare is that you don't know of anybody else who's dealt with these types of issues. But I think that our city has responded well. Our city has responded strongly. We've acted decisively, and the fact that our businesses, hey, good to see Maisha, Joy, and Honest. Michael, good to see you as well. And we're saying happy birthday to C. Nicole. Happy birthday to you. And to Miss Mitchell, good to see you, Miss Annette Mitchell. Thank you for joining us as well. Helen has also joined on with us. But the fact that, what said Andre was talking about that it was lit downtown. It is lit downtown. Some of our businesses are having their best days ever. Their best days even prior to the pandemic. And that was because our city, our residents kept the faith and we followed the science. It was not comfortable. It was certainly not convenient. Pastor Tillman, Mother Tillman, thank you so much. But the fact was, we faced it. We shut businesses down, although very difficult. We think that helped us. We canceled a lot of popular stuff people really wanted to do. But yet it helped us to be able to survive this. We instituted mask mandates that people did not like. We had capacity limits on places that people wanted to be able to go. Again, albeit, good to see you, Hilda, but it might have been inconvenient, it might have been uncomfortable, but the point of the matter was that it got us to where we need to be. Currently, right now, we sit at about 100. in our community transmission index, which is near the point at which we can remove mask mandates, or which I said I would remove mask mandates if we started to trend below 100. And we are almost at that point where we're hopefully beginning a downward trend. Now, again, we have had a very, very difficult time on this. Very difficult. And we're at the point now where people have to make big and grown up decisions. Now, I recognize that our community, we're 51% vaccinated fully. We're about 56% with one dose, meaning that the 51% is fully vaccinated. Another 5% have at least one dose. Good to see you, Miss Sarah. Thank you so much. Good to see you, James Morris. Thank you so much, and Juanita, thank you. But we had to make some very difficult decisions, and so I think that we are now at a point where if you want to be helped, you have an opportunity to be helped. It reminded me of a story of a man who had been at the sheep gate at a pool for 30 some odd years. And he was there, and it's a biblical story, so just letting you know. But they said that every time that at some interval, an angel would come down and would trouble the water. Good to see you, Christy Hume, and my friends, my working friends at the Central Labor Council. But they said that an angel would come down and would trouble the water. And then the first people or person into the water became healed of their affliction, whatever that is. And here it was for 38 years, this man who could have crawled, who could have eased his way into this, really just people ran across him. And so one day, the fact of the matter is the question was asked, will you be made whole? Do you want to hear about that? And so for us, I'm beyond begging now. Good to see the Honorable Vicki Nelson, the city of Hinesville. Good to see my friend with us. But hey, at this point, we wanted to get to half, and we have gotten to half, and so I was happy about that. And so for people who don't want to take those, again, I'm not going through that anymore. We're still losing people. As a matter of fact, we lost another city employee, his services tomorrow, and so we're sending our condolences out. He was 58 years old, certainly too young to die, but of COVID. And so we know this is still killing people. We know this is still affecting people, and yet we still act like it does not. I will tell you, Selma, thank you so much, and Patricia, I'm glad you're on. Jacqueline, thank you for joining us. But even after I lift the mask mandate, I think I'm going to be wearing a mask as a kind of a more permanent part of my my wardrobe. I'm just saying. I just think it's right. I'm not going to risk my well-being, and I would suggest you all do the same. The good news was I didn't have the sinus issues that I would usually have this year. I got my flu shot this week. The masks are kind of working for me. Especially as we move indoors. Again, there's still people out there infected. There's still people out there sick. They're not getting sick or dying at the pace that they were. LaMonica, good to see you. Good to see Ivy on, and Shannon. Shannon is Shannon can cook, so good to see you, Shannon. Shannon cooks well, but I'm going to continue to just be smart, do what I can to be smart, And so that's kind of where I am with that. So you'll see my language change. It'll still have the same sense of urgency, but you know, at some point, we have to. Well, Avi, if you want your badge back, you have to do what it takes to get your badge back. All right, good to see Erica Kane on. Happy birthday to you. Andre, good to see you, ma'am. Thank you for joining us as well. Kim says she's still wearing her mask. I'm still wearing my mask. So, don't be offended if, I'm the only one up in the set that still has a mask on. I mean, you just don't know who is and who is not. And so, for those who want to get the booster shot, then you might want to go ahead and consider doing that. So, um, you know, we're resilient. I mean, our city is still being able to make it through some very, very difficult times, and so we're doing that. Um, we have a new team. It is the Ghost Pirates, and so that's the name of the team, and it's a hockey team, and we're happy um, about that. I mean, our arena, our beautiful arena, is soon to be opened. Um, King Weekend, in the third weekend in January, we will open our new arena, and we're excited about what that means. We've been able to do all of that work during a pandemic. And I think that is the most significant thing about that, is that we are still um, making things happen and moving things in our city. Now, admittedly, just like everyone else, we live in a wonderful city. We do not live in a perfect city. We still have issues in our city. We still, although our crime is down, our violent crime is down, we're up two in the homicide department, but our violent crime overall is down. That although we could say, hey, yay for that, no. Crime in any form to us is unacceptable. And although it may be a panacea to say that we will get to zero crime, I think we have a responsibility to do all we can to get to that point. And so we have to take personal responsibility. We have to be able to provide safe, loving environment and inviting places for young people. We have to help older people make better decisions, and we have to have um, strong gun policies to make sure that those who should not have guns um, don't have guns. Right now, it's still a little bit too easy. And again, I want to lead a community conversation that it needs to be strong gun policy. That if you want to be engaged in violent crimes using a gun, it needs to be some time for you to do that. Now, I would like for it to be some type of mandatory term, but I do also believe that judges need to have discretion. But it just needs to be that this is extremely serious. The federal government has shown when you have severe consequences for behavior, the behavior changes, which is why nobody wants to be prosecuted under federal federal crimes. So that's the deal with that. We also, recognize that we have a lot of litter, in our community, and although there's a piece about picking it up, there's a piece about it not being dropped in the first place. To me, it goes down to common decency, but we have to change our behavior in terms of, teaching our kids and having young people, making sure that people should not, dirty. I mean, it's stupid. I mean, why would you dirty up where you live? And so we have to do better in that case. We will do better in that case. We have to have more and better regular pickups, and in terms of our trash pickup and recycling pickup. We have an all-star team of people in our sanitation and recycling department. The problem is, there's not enough of them, and we recognize that, and so we have to budget to get more people on those teams. We, we made a contract with you. We say we're going to pick up your trash on a certain day. The norm should be that it's picked up on a certain day. So I think that we are absolutely aware of that. We also have to figure out ways of helping some of our neighbors to help pay for the things that are important um, to um, to us. And so um, everybody doesn't pay property taxes, but we think that everybody should pay their fair share. So we'll be talking about that. Also, we have a sales tax item um, that the state legislature is sitting on right now, but we're hoping at the beginning of the year to get it moved. Um, the fact is that we have people to come here and they stay in hotels. Hotels are making good money, and so we think that we should be able to get some of that money to do things for upkeep for our city, which is called tourism related products, but things that still help to enhance our city. We think that we should be able to do that, and so we'll be working this year on helping to make that happen. We also have to have stronger coalitions for people um, that are involved in human and sex trafficking. Savannah is a thoroughfare of that because of I-95, I-16, because of our port, our water, our hotels, our tourism industry, and so expect us to be working harder. And another task force is going to be coming to deal with that. Also, really proud of the work that council members are doing and are engaged in, and so we certainly thank them and very very supportive of them and their efforts. This is a very very difficult part-time job, and I think people have to recognize as we are set up right now, our council members, and as I've been for those years, it's part-time, but it's absolutely full-time work. So I'm grateful for council members that serve with me, and they have certainly navigated the learning curve that was put upon them. We're halfway through this journey and this time together, so we'll continue to work hard at that. It's still important to me to get our City of Savannah employees to a $15 minimum wage. I think that's really, really important, and I'm continuing to push through that. I believe council is with me on this, and to get our minimum wage employees to $15. And then we're going to challenge the county to do the same. The fact of the matter is, part of how you deal with poverty is you don't pay poverty wages. And so although we are at a working wage, I think we're at about $13 and change now, we want to get to $15 as a minimum, and we want to challenge our community, particularly businesses that can do so, to do the same. So big deal for us. Also, people who are homeless, we want to be able to still address that. Part of our issue is our success. We have a great network here, and so people come all over the place, from all over the place, and other municipalities locally. They will send people to Savannah because they don't do anything for homeless folks, and so they say, go to Savannah, they'll take care of you. And so we have people all over the place. I got an interesting note this week from somebody who was like, well, do something about that because they're all in the way of our tourists. Well, first of all, but for the grace of God, it would have been us. It's not a crime for somebody to be sitting in a public or laying even on a bench. And so if those are our citizens and they need help, I refuse to sweep them behind the rug under, we need to do something to help them. But I'm not going to infringe on anybody's rights so that people can feel good about themselves being tourists. That's why we need that help to start helping pay for some of the things that we're doing here locally. So trick-or-treating is for us. We did some today. We're going to do some tomorrow. We would prefer, Ivy, please, we're not even hearing you with all that. You only come to Savannah for funerals. That's the only time we see you. Good to see Dr. Priscilla Williams. Thank you for joining us. But, we have to, I forgot what I was talking about. Wait a minute, let me go back. thought somebody missed. Oh, so yeah, trick or treating is last night. Um, it's tomorrow night, and on Sunday for those of you who want to do it. People were really upset with me. I mean, first of all, I didn't know that the mayor like proclaimed Halloween. I mean, I always thought Halloween was October 31st. It's the last day of the year. I kind of felt like people, got involved, if they wanted to. I mean, some people did Halloween, some people did Hallelujah, Halloween, and all of these things. But, somehow or another, people asking when it was going to be. Well, the city of Savannah wanted to engage people, but they need to engage people when they had staff available to engage. So they said Saturday, and then people are like, well, it gotta be Saturday. Well, come to find out, you know, Saturday tomorrow is the Georgia Florida game, and so we want you. I mean, if Sunday works better for you, so that you can enjoy yourself Saturday, then do that. It's okay. I mean, you won't get none of our free candy. We're giving away on Saturday, but we are not don't do not want to be in the way of you making the decisions and plans that work best for your family. So if having a Halloween on Friday works better for you, do it. If doing it on Sunday works better for you, go ahead and do it. If doing it on February 28th makes sense for you, go ahead and do it. It's not, it's okay. We recognize this is a big weekend between the World Series in Georgia, Florida, a bunch of things going on, but in the end, it's still about the kids. Still about the kids. So please make sure you're safe. I mean, we're having events, so people don't have to go all over to people's houses and stuff. You just never know, what people got going on, and so going to their house and getting something from them, whatever they have going on with them, they're giving to you. So we want parents to make sure that you are vigilant and making sure our young people remain safe. Um, I'm really happy to see Loto on. I hadn't seen Loto in quite some time. So I don't know whether Loto has forgotten about us. Debbie, you come to trick or treat in my house. You're not coming trick or treat in my house because my light is off. Don't come around there with no candy. Um, if you come over to my house, I'm asking you for money. So don't come to my house. Okay? Um, so that was the deal with that. So let me talk a little bit about so I mean, again, I think um, the state of the city was easy to do because the city has relatively done so well. Again, this is not a dance in the end zone. This is an acknowledgement that we have faced some extraordinary times and a clear understanding that we can do better. And so we are looking forward to continuing to do better. But I think that these addresses allow us really an opportunity to be reflective and look over the year that was. So that's the deal with that. So finally, I wanted to talk a little bit about. Somebody asked about Savannah becoming a staycation town. Well, I think we want Savannah to be a staycation town. I think that we have to be very careful. Again, I love our tourists and our visitors and our guests. Good to see you, Vanessa. Um, I love them coming and love them hanging out in our city. But on the other end of it, Savannah needs to be great for people who live here every single day. I finally remember growing up, remembering people who, you had plastic runners on your floor, on your carpets to protect your floors, and you had china that you used when guests came over. Well, I mean, you think about it. Um, I think that you have to have your city for everybody. The living room, the bedroom should be the living room. Where people live, our neighborhoods should be like our living room. It should be like our downtown. And so I want our community. Good to see you, Reverend Dr. Thomas Hart. Happy birthday to you. And Lanice, we are glad that you are with us. But we have to just continue moving in that direction, continue pushing in that direction. And so we have to improve our streets. Um, we have to improve our sidewalks. We have to improve how our community looks. We have to make sure our community remains affordable. So, still working on that. So, Shauna, I do not know. Y'all just don't come to my house. I'm telling you, I don't. I'm gonna hurt your kids' feelings. I don't have any. Um, I don't have any candy. I'm sorry. I might give them. Um, I might give them fruit. You know, so if they want fruit, they might be able to come by. Sherelle, thank you so much again. We have an awesome sanitation team. Um, that is an important job. That is something I used to do um, coming up. Um, you know, Debbie, she was giving me a compliment. She was giving me a compliment. But we have to continue working at it. So anyway, 911. The 911 system is the emergency 911 system is a Chatham County function. So, Rod, by the time we reach a 1750, everyone wants to be at 25. Well, that's why we're getting to 15 now because most people are not at 15. We want to lead in that. But anyway, so we just have to continue working at that. So I forgot what I was going to say again, but we also had an opportunity to talk about equity this week, and I'm going to be posting um, some things about that because the reality is that Savannah is not fair to all people. Savannah is not equal for all people. Savannah is not equitable for all people. And so, part of this week, hey, Wania, good to see you, sir, was for us to be able to talk about equity and equality and racial equity. And this was a conversation that I told you that we were going to have, that we were going to finally have a big conversation about race in our community. And so we're looking forward to that. But let me go back. I'm sorry. So yeah, 911 is a county function, and so they have had some issues. They've had some challenges. They are aware of the challenges, and the challenges are they simply don't have enough 911 workers. It is a very, very it's a difficult job. You have to be precise. They work all of the time. You deal with a bunch of stuff, and so for those of you who are interested or want a good job, I mean, it is a good job. It's a challenging job. You know, and so God save these great men and women who work as 911 operators. The county needs more of them. So that's what the issue is. Iron Bull, send me that message in Messenger. I have to find out for you. So anyway, so we were talking about equity. We were talking about equality and racial equity, and just some of the things we came up with. I formed the Race Equity and Leadership Initiative, which is called REAL. Karen, what can I do about the homeless in the squares? There's nothing I could do about them. You know, I think we try to offer services where we can. We try to see about their welfare where we can. Try to feed them where we can. We can't necessarily move them because it's not against the law. As a matter of fact, the courts have held that people have a right to be in public spaces. So if they're not bothering anybody, they could be there. And again, as I said earlier, I think that our success in helping people has led to more people coming. And so it is something that we're going to have to fund not only ourselves, but it's something that the county is going to have to fund, that our other municipalities are going to have to fund, because all of these homeless camps are not necessarily in the city of Savannah's limits. We've just been doing most of it. Anita wants to know, when is Gwinnett scheduled to be completed? I believe it's scheduled to be completed in January when the arena opens. So, but anyway, so we've been talking about racial inequity, what that means to us. And what I promised was is that we were going to have this grown-up conversation, but we were going to look at data and see where the data is, and we would call it what we would call it. And we're not going to get upset. We're not blaming, or I'm not blaming anybody about the things that have occurred. I mean, obviously, some of the structural racism that we have seen is not caused by anybody who's living now. These are systems. They're big things, and we have looked at the big things that now have people caught in these virtual traps. And when you have it occur over and over and over again, you recognize it's a structural thing. Of course, you have some people to get out, or to be able to avoid these things, but a lot of people don't. And so I want to talk briefly about that, and I'm going to let you all go to watch the game. And I want to just shoot some things. We found from our criminal justice committee, and this was a very important statement, that our criminal justice system criminalizes and disproportionately incarcerates black people. And that is based on data. Our criminal justice system, from police through correction, criminalizes and disproportionately incarcerates black people. Nationwide, we imprison 5 times as many people as other countries, and here we incarcerate 5 times as many black people as anybody else. In Georgia, black people make up 32% of the population, but 60% of the state prison population. Again, we're going to be adult about it, and we're going to just call it for what it is. These are the statistics. And so Tanya is up late. Good to see you. In Savannah, Chatham County, black males are 20% of the population, but they make up for 68% of the Chatham County Detention Center's inmate population. Among juveniles, black children are 20.4% of the population, but they make up 76% of the county's juvenile justice system. Savannah's poverty rate of 31.9% exceeds the Georgia average and is double the national poverty rate. So we need to talk about that. Again, just putting it out there for people to think about. In terms of economic empowerment, 36% of Savannahans are what's called asset poor, and 30% of households of color have a net worth of 0. So 30% of the households of color in Savannah have a net worth of 0. So we need to understand that. Another thing that was stuck out to me was this, is that 25.6% of Savannah, Georgia's families of color live in what's called income poverty, which is this is income below the federal poverty threshold. Okay. Another big thing that stuck out to me, I'm going to put all this out here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do my Monday motivation. I'm going to invite people to come and talk about this. 75% of families living in poverty are led by African American single females. It is what it is. 75% of the families living in poverty are led by African American single females. African American females are paid 62% for every dollar paid to white males in Savannah. So in Savannah, If you're a white male and you make $1, a African American female makes 62%. African American women in Savannah earned a median income of $26,537 in 2019, as compared to an overall median income of $43,307. Savannah's population is made up of over 54% African American folks, but is only 36% of black businesses in Savannah. So I want to talk about that. If it's projected that if you are a child right now living in Caton Frazier Homes, that by the time you turn 35, your income will be about $16,000. If you're a child right now living in Caton Frazier Homes, that by the time you turn 35, your income will only be $16,000 a year. If you live in Yamacraw today as a child, that by the time you get to age 35, you have a projected income of $19,000. If you live on the east side, either east side, Benjamin Van Clark, if you are a child living in those areas, you have a projected income of $19,000. So, again, these are the statistics. The goal is we want people to understand them. And when we look at the other issues, you have to look at some of the root causes. So, this is what, the next work that we've been doing, and we'll be coming on and be talking about this really in greater detail. What else? In education, only 14.8%. This is probably the most important statistic of the day. And again, it is what it is. I'm not blaming anybody, but I am saying we all need to do our part to make things better. Only 14.8% of black third graders scored proficient or above. Okay? 14.8% of black third graders scored proficient on grade level or above, compared to 52% of white students. So that means that here, 76% of black third graders are not proficient. And again, this is where our work is. Because if you have only 14.8% that are scoring at or above, compared to 52%, our children, and I say children collectively, will have a much difficult time ever catching up. Ever catching up. Now, of course, again, this ain't everybody. So, I mean, you might have, your children might have done it, or your aunt, nephew. I mean, we know that. We're happy and grateful for that. But we also recognize the stats are what the stats are. So, I will talk more about this, about the third grade overall reading proficiency in school. We know it by school. And I have that information. I'll share that with you as well. That in third grade, again, 28 overall, the measures of young people, again, is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So we'll be talking more about that in health, and in wealth, and in housing. Um, we have to deal with it. And so I will be sharing these statistics. We will be working with parents and stakeholders. Um, we can't just go along and act like everything is okay when it's not. And I promised that I would help to lead this discussion. I'm again so grateful for Dr. Otis Johnson and the Real Task Force Racial uh, Equity and Race Equity and Leadership. Um, I thank them because you can't fix something until you diagnose the issue, or the scientific method they say identify the problem. And so this was identifying what the issues are. I mean, we talk about what we see now are the outtakes of issues of mental health and substance abuse, but also post traumatic stress disorder and a variety of other things. Um, we have to have um, a very clear understanding of where we are. And then the real committee came up with recommendations and action steps. And so for the city of Savannah, we've taken this report in 2 weeks. I'm hoping to adopt it. And then we need to, there are some things we can do in our budget. I'm hoping we'll be able to do that. But then there'll be some other things that I think we have to look at. We have to work with our school partners. We have to help get those grades up. We have to help get those grades up. And I suspect that some of these young people are dealing with so many issues that um, going class may not be the top thing on their mind. We also know that kids do better when there's parental involvement. And so if you have a parent that's involved, if most of our folks in poverty are single women and they are taking care of multiple children or working multiple jobs, they really don't have the time sometimes for really being engaged at the level that we need people to be engaged at. So again, I think it brings in more opportunity for us, the greater community, for us, the village, to do those things. But again, you know, it is what it is. Um, if there's an elephant in the room, you introduce the elephant. And so, although we can continue to build a city with a great infrastructure that's beautiful, the trees are really nice, and the downtown is pristine, we are really going to be judged as a city by how we build our infrastructure internally, how we build our young people, how we engage them, how do we help them to live their dreams and live their best lives, how do we help with the equity so that all of our children are performing at high levels. And again, like public safety is just not the police. The public safety is the public's responsibility. Public education is also the public's responsibility. And so we're going to be needing help about how we get to where it is that we need to be. So we'll be talking about that over the next coming days, about how we can meaningfully engage now that we've looked at the information that we've seen. Um, we've seen a bunch of stuff. You'll see a bunch of stuff that's going to really challenge you to say that we can do better. And we're going to have to find ways to be able to do better. So anyway, that's what was on my mind. And again, low off location, wanted to come check on folk and make sure everybody was okay. Um, I'm glad to have you all with us. Glad you joined me. I mean, this is like, we can't stop. I just don't know. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I'm glad to see now. I'm glad to see Alderwoman Linda Wilder Bryant, and let me tell you how amazingly blessed I am to serve with her. Um, Linda Wilder Bryant, I don't think sleeps at all, like ever. Um, but we had an issue at Stillwell Towers, which is owned by the Housing Authority, and right out there, uh, you know, Linda Wilder Bryan mobilized people, and she was just a awesome. She's an awesome leader, and I want to thank Linda Wilder Bryan just for having the heart and being the heart that she is. Um, I'm just glad to serve with her, honored to serve with her. She's just absolutely amazing. So, but anyway, so um, no, we follow each other's leads. I can't keep up with you, Linda. I really can't. But again, almost 2 years down. Um, in 2 weeks, we will have our first city council meetings in person. We have not had a city council meeting in person since March of 2020, and so we've met more on Zoom than we've met in person. We're gonna soon be meeting in person, so y'all pray for us as we transition back into this. So um, we're getting there, but we're not there yet. We're looking forward to getting back together in person. Debbie, we already have a task force called Savannability, and it deals with people of different abilities. We don't have one of senior citizens per se, but they're addressed at other the task forces. So, and then we always have Senior Citizens Incorporated that we work with, addressing a variety of needs of our senior citizens. So, but anyway, yeah. So it's we got that part of it. So it's I think I did an hour and two, and that is week. Oh, well, yeah, Tyrone, I need to. We did start literacy, so I need to get your help. We'll go ahead and Tyrone, we'll go ahead and lock you in to talk about the literacy program as well. So we appreciate you for doing that. So it's always a pleasure to have you all again. 84 weeks, 84 weeks, 84 weeks, and we are still here. Karen, everybody does not have the same opportunities. And everybody is not always prepared for those opportunities. Student loans, you can only get a loan if you have credit to get a loan. So, I mean, everybody does not have the same opportunities. That's what we're going to be working for. Dina, thank you very much. But Karen, that's the point we're trying to make. We have to make sure that everybody has the same opportunities. That's this whole conversation is about. It's not, the opportunity and being prepared for the opportunity is two different things. And so we'll reach equity when everybody has the opportunity to compete. And so that's what we're going to be working towards. But anyway, feeling good about myself, feeling good about all the people around me. I feel goodness all around me, and it will follow me all for the rest of my life, because I walk with good, I talk with good, and I am good. And that's good. Good, better, best. I'll never let it rest until I'm good as my better, and my better is my best. And I am good because of you. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you maybe on Monday, definitely on Friday, when we will do this all over again. Go Braves. God bless you all, and good night.